Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
It is September 11th, 2024, and this is the latest news update for Medellin, Colombia, and Colombia as a whole. Let's jump into it. Follow along.
DC Rob's got the info you need from the East Coast to the Caribbean breeze. Travel smart, stay sharp, that's the creed. And now, knowledge is power, proceed and succeed.
Okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you're located. Thanks for watching. You're watching DC Born Rob Racing Borders. I'm DC Rob. I believe I have 9 or 10 good stories that I want to jump into right away. I am back from my trip to Mexico and to Guatemala. Didn't make it to Panama. Made it home for 30 hours for the funeral. So thank you for all the good wishes and prayers that I received during this trip. I will make it next time. But the one big thing that I did learn that I need to share, and that is, well, number one, don't get sick. Like, I'm still suffering the effects of this, and I'm forcing myself right now. But the number one thing that I learned this whole trip is to make sure I get travelers insurance. I have even given you the company, and I knew how much it cost and had it priced out, but still didn't do it. And on a trip that convoluted, meaning 5 Airbnbs in 3 countries, I should have had travelers insurance. But let's just jump into this first story. First up, an American citizen, Sthefan Damian Thys, has been jailed for allegedly sexually exploiting 3 minors in Medellin. The 40-year-old was found with 2 other men on August 8th in a building in the El Poblado neighborhood, reportedly arranging sex with the minors in exchange for money. Despite initially being released due to the illegal arrest, Thys was rearrested on September 4th by the National Police in Migración, Colombia. Thys had denied the charges brought by a prosecutor for the Center for Attention to Victims of Sexual Abuse. Authorities are still searching for a Venezuelan citizen believed to be involved in this case. In Medellin police news, Medellin will host a new Interpol headquarters by the end of 2024 to combat child and adolescent sexual exploitation. This will be the second Interpol base in Colombia, focusing on dismantling transnational criminal networks exploiting minors. Located at the police command in the Aburra Valley, it will track foreign visitors with histories of sexual crimes and identify fugitives hiding in Medellin. The city has become a refuge for international criminals, including figures like Tufak Ramses, a Dutch drug trafficker recently extradited to the United States. Interpol has already uncovered sexual exploitation networks operating in Medellin, Cali, Bogota, and beyond, confirming these are complex international crimes. The new headquarters will coordinate with 192 countries to enhance these efforts. Okay, and more police news. General Oscar Andres Lamprella Pinzon has stepped down as the commander of the Medellin Metropolitan Police 9 months after taking office, making him the 4th consecutive commander to leave before completing a full year. He took command in January 2024, replacing General Rosenberg Novia Piñeros, who will now temporarily resume control until the new commander is appointed. Although the reasons for Lamprella's departure remain unknown, there have been rumors of his removal prior to him going on vacation last week. Lamprella's future with the police force is still uncertain. During his tenure, he oversaw key operations, including efforts against the sexual exploitation of minors by foreign tourists and a significant reduction in homicides, with 287 cases recorded in Medellin's Aburra Valley region. In technology, Colombia's 5G network is growing rapidly, with over 1,057 fifth-generation stations now operational. Bogota leads with 548 stations, followed by Cali with 129 and Medellin with 94. The 5G rollout began in February 2024, surpassing the government's initial targets. Telecom operations like Claro, Tigo, Movistar, and Telecol are all driving this expansion, with Claro leading the way by installing over 90% of the stations. The 5G network promises faster internet speeds and improved stability for users. By 2030, it's expected that 52% of Colombians will be connected. Meanwhile, discussions about 6G are already underway, although its full deployment may take years. The American involved in a case in child sexual exploitation in Medellin was recaptured. The National Police in Medellin captured 40-year-old American T.S. Damian, accused of child sexual exploitation. His arrest followed a coordinated operation by the Metropolitan Police of the Aburra Valley. After an alert from Migración Colombia, Damian was apprehended in the downtown hotel after a blue circular was issued. This comes shortly after the arrest of another foreigner, O.R. Ashiola, on similar charges in Bogota. Authorities are still searching for a Venezuelan suspect involved in the case. Medellin's mayor, Federico Gutierrez, has also removed 150 Airbnb accommodations to combat child exploitation risks. In Medellin's travel news, 12 entrepreneurs from Medellin will be part of Colombia's Travel Expo from September 12th to the 14th. Plaza Mayor will be the center of tourist attention. The city of Medellin is preparing to shine a second most important tourism fair in Colombia, Colombia's Travel Expo, where 12 local entrepreneurs will participate, offering the best offers. From September 12th to 14th, Plaza Mayor will be the epicenter of this great tourist showcase, where it is expected to receive more than 7,000 visitors. Attendees will be able to immerse themselves in an interactive experience that will allow them to learn about the tourist attractions, traditions, and wide range of activities in the city. This is the invaluable opportunity to show the world all that Medellin has to offer, says Jose Alejandro Gonzalez, Secretary of Tourism and Entertainment. Okay, in precious metals news, rhodium, the world's most expensive metal, was found in Colombia in small quantities, primarily in the Choco department. Its international market price hit a record of $28,775 per ounce in 2023, making it 14 times more valuable than gold. Rhodium's demand surged due to its role in green technologies, particularly in artificial photosynthesis and low-emission cars. Around 80% of rhodium is used in catalytic converters and reduce harmful gas emissions, making it crucial for the automotive industry. Over the past 5 years, its value skyrocketed by over 3,000%, with predictions of continued growth as demand rises for sustainable tech solutions. Okay, authorities in Cartagena, that's right, over to Cartagena. Authorities in Cartagena closed 8 popular nightclubs on Transversal 54 following numerous complaints of excessive noise, crowds, and street vendors. This operation, led by Secretariat of the Interior and Citizens Coexistence along with the Metropolitan Police, targeted establishments like Majestic, La Chula, and Delirium Gastrobar for failing to meet legal requirements. 2 other businesses were also shut down for noise violations. Additionally, a man was arrested for drug trafficking during the operation. The authorities extended their inspections to several other neighborhoods known for public order issues, with multiple agencies participating in that effort. Okay, over to Commune 13. Authorities in Medellin have arrested 14 members of a gang accused of extorting tour guides and street vendors in Commune 13, a popular tourist area known for its graffiti tours and outdoor escalators. The group, known as blah, 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 charged tour guides 15,000 pesos per trip and demanded up to 30,000 pesos from vendors, depending on their products. They also sold narcotics targeting tourists. After a 10-month investigation, 12 arrests were made through search warrants in several neighborhoods, while 2 others were caught with firearms. Authorities seized weapons, phones, motorcycles, and cash, estimating the gang's annual income at 2.5 billion pesos. The mayor of Medellin urged citizens to continue reporting extortion despite fears of retaliation. Okay, lastly, in Medellin's El Poblado area, a network exploiting indigenous women for child begging has been exposed, putting minors at significant risk. The Secretariat of Social Inclusion reports that indigenous women, mainly from the Embera-Catio community, are used to beg on the streets in areas like 10th Street, Parquelleras, and Provenza, earning up to 400,000 pesos daily. The most troubling aspect is the involvement of children, some under 5, who face dangers like drug addiction and sexual exploitation. Authorities are investigating the situation, aiming to dismantle the network profiling from vulnerable populations. Okay, so there you go. You're up to date with the latest out of Medellin, Colombia, and Colombia as a whole. Also want to say a quick thanks to Andrew for stopping by. He just happened to catch me in Antigua. I'm just sitting at the bar jamming, drinking a couple of beers and eating tacos in Antigua, Guatemala. And he happens to walk up. If I have a picture, I'll pop him up right now. But get over and check his channel out. I'll leave a link in the description also. This cat has traveled. When I think I traveled, this cat has traveled and on detail. And looks like we've been to a lot of the same places, from Dubrovnik, Croatia to, pick it. We've been around. We've been around a little bit. So anyway, you're up to date with the latest out of Medellin, Colombia, and Colombia as a whole. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to travel, but travel safe. Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Right quick. If you need to have things shipped to Colombia, shipped to someone else, or shipped to yourself to Colombia from the United States, make sure you reach out to CaribbeanShipper.com. CaribbeanShipper.com. The contact information is coming next. Join me on social media. I am DC Born Rob Official on Instagram. I am DC Born Rob Official 1 on TikTok. I am DC Born Rob O on Twitter. Don't be like this guy right here.
You're just so stupid. I had to send you a video to let you know that you're so stupid.
That's right. Don't be like this guy right here. Join me on social media. Headed to Medellin, Colombia? See my guy Andres with Nomad Travel for safe airport pickups and drop-offs and tours. Contact information in the description below. If you're in Medellin and you need dental work done, from a basic cleaning to major reconstructive surgery, come see my guy, Dr. Carlos Mori. Contact information in the description below.
Thanks for hitting like. You did the right thing by hitting like. Thanks for hitting like. Thanks for hitting like. DC Born Rob.